Well, I would like to say the Giants didn't lose this Sunday, but in infinite giant wisdom, yes, I'm wearing the giant black hat today because you know what? Sometimes you just need to be the bad guy. Well, the Giants did lose because of the fact they're inching closer and closer to getting the number 1 overall pick. And that's not even a fucking joke. The joke is this. There's a quarterback in this draft this year. What's up, Brian? Ryan's a Big Blue Podcast. There's a quarterback this year in Fernando Mendoza. I love it. He gave an interview yesterday after they beat Ohio State. And you have certain Giant fans who are like, well, man, we don't want him. What a geek. What a dork, man. We don't want him. We don't look at that pasty guy. I love how they call Fernando Mendoza the pasty guy. We don't want that asshole. Yeah, because he's only got the arm of a Greek god. He is Jeff George arm strength plus. And because he gave an exciting interview, because he just beat Ohio State, that this team has not beaten Ohio State more than twice, I think like 40 times. And they're marching towards a national championship at Indiana, the known basketball school. And he gave this pumped up interview. Giant fans like, well, we don't want him. We got Jackson Dart, who dances like a girl in the end zone. You want me to say it? I'll say it. Jackson Dart to me is a wannabe TikTok star who cannot throw the ball more than 9 yards. Tim, you can't say that. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It's my show. Really, because the charts of every one of Jackson Dart's games says the same thing. Then you have Shedeur Sanders, who puts up 294 total yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And he was taken in the 5th round. But don't worry, we traded up to get a guy that likes to dance in the end zone. Jackson Dart throws for 110 yards and a touchdown. Giants fans cream themselves. Shedeur Sanders throws for 360 plus another 30 on the ground and 4 total touchdowns, and he's still a bum. I guess we know who the fucking racists are. Just saying. Not spraying. But the Giants lost because they didn't play and all the other teams won, which means they are literally going to gift Fernando Mendoza to some franchise. Probably the Jets. Knowing our fucking stupidity, we'll make a trade with the Jets. Because Joe Schoen will be like, well, they're not in our division. We're never going to see them. No, we don't go the other side of the fucking building. Never going to see them. There's no guarantees in sports. There's no guarantees that Fernando Mendoza is going to be a bust. There's no guarantee he's going to be a superstar. But this is a kid that has all the attributes. This is a kid that's got arm strength plus. He's got accuracy. He's got decision-making abilities. He runs a pro-style offense. He can throw the rock like I haven't seen a quarterback throw since probably Jeff George in reference to arm strength. He's got arm strength plus. And we are going to literally say, we're going to trade down, grab another wide receiver or a safety, because you always grab a safety in the top 10. And I laugh because this kid's going to be sitting there. This is the Giant way. And this is the way Giants way has always been. The football gods are finally going to gift you the opportunity to grab this quarterback, this Zeus, this potential game-changing, franchise-altering quarterback, and you're going to pass for Jackson Dart, who can't stay out of the fucking concussion protocol, who's already said that he's not going to change the way he plays the game. Even when the beloved John Gruden told him, you need to change your style of play, or you're not going to survive. But don't worry, we're going to gift this kid to some team. Like Shedeur Sanders was pretty much gifted to the Cleveland Browns. And I love the coach of the Cleveland Browns because he's a fucking idiot. That guy's a fucking moron. He should be fired tomorrow. Pietro says, agree to disagree. That's allowed. You can agree to disagree. Dart is a rookie. He's got a lot of growing to do for sure, but it's too early to pull the plug him. I don't agree with you that the Giant fans need to. I do agree the Giant fans need to chill. Part 2. I'm not saying Jackson Dart's not going to be a great quarterback, but the sample size that I see is a kid that's indecisive, scrambles too much, lacks what I like to refer to as NFL talent arm strength, who has a propensity throwing to the right, and who has a propensity for throwing the ball between -3 and 8 yards. And then he'll complete 70% of those passes, but once it goes beyond 15 yards, he drops down to like 33% of his passes. Like in college, I see a quarterback who has a high completion percentage early in the games and whose completion percentage slowly deteriorates all the way through the fourth quarter. These same things that scouts said about him coming out of college is all true, is all happening here in the pros. And the kid throws the rock like he's throwing a fucking javelin. And I keep saying this, and I keep trying to point this out to people. That's why he's so erratic on any ball he throws over 25 yards, which is kind of a prerequisite in the NFL. And the scrambling, we've said this before, you have to play smart. You can't play stupid. I said it well before all these these pundits have come out and said it. You can't throw your body head first for a first down or an extra yard when it's the first quarter and you're looking at 3rd and 7 like you're playing it like it's the fucking Super Bowl. That's how you end up in Jackson Dart's favorite place. I call it now the Jackson Dart happy place. That's how you end up here. But I loved watching this kid beat Ohio State. I loved it. Just as much as I love the Knicks taking out the Magic yesterday. Oh, wait. Do you say that there's a new podcast called New York Knicks, or Knicks Unleashed, that you can find on every place that you find podcasts, and there's a YouTube channel for it? No, Tim, that can't be right. Well, yeah, there is. Just like this show is brought to you by the Maddie FanDuel, which I forgot. That FanDuel.com, number one sports book in the world. There's a brand new, it's not brand new, but we've moved the channel. There's a brand new channel I want everyone to go see. We already dropped the first video on it. It's called Knicks Unleashed. First big video is called Knicks beat Orlando at MSG, Miles McBride injury and Giannis update. So make sure if you get an opportunity, go over to Knicks Unleashed. Hell, even if you don't like the fucking Knicks, go over and like the channel. This way I don't have to fucking do this shit anymore. I feel bad for you guys. I really do. I feel bad. But I did a really good job. You know, I have a little bit of artistic ability in me, so I did a really good job. There's a link in the chat for Knicks Unleashed. Well, so everyone, let's go there. Let's go to the chat. We're going to go to the videotape. We have a great video coming out tomorrow about why the NBA refereeing sucks. And we actually break it down over the last 3 years to the rule changes that a lot of people don't know about. Big Blue Forever said, I'd hate to see him in green. I'm assuming that you mean Fernando Mendoza. I just want him to be a Giant because I want to go, hello. My name is Fernando Mendoza. Come sit in my Cadillac with my Corinthian leather. That's all I want to do. What's up, Big Greg? Oh, Sellers, Black, Josh Allen, Raw, yes, but no, Josh. But no was Josh Allen. He's better than all those quarterbacks. Sellers does get a Greg. Damn you, Greg. Damn you all to hell. Wait, his last name is Mendoza? Oh, we won't take him. Perry says, man, if these dudes don't draft a quarterback. Mr. Perry, you understand, right, that what the Giants are going to do. You understand this. The Giants are going to have this draft pick. They're going to have the gold. This is what's going to happen because this is the Giant way. And we're going to pass on Mendoza. We're going to pass on Ty Simpson. We're going to pass on one of these because I think 3 quarterbacks will go in the first 5. We're going to pass on all these guys. And then Jackson Dart's going to flame out. And then we're going to sit there and watch and Jets green Fernando Mendoza turn into something special. That's what's going to happen because this has just been the Giants since 2011. This is all this has been. He might be white enough for the Giants to draft him. Yeah, I think he would be, but I think the problem is that Mendoza name's really going to fuck with people. They're going to be like, Mendoza? And he speaks English? We can't have that. Oh, what's up, my brother? Mr. Lester says, let's go hit that like button. Thank you. Ask me, says Terry. Joe Ferry says, boo, we are now the worst team in the league with the Titans win. The Titans don't have any talent. Titans really don't have any talent. Cleveland has a defense. It didn't show up Sunday against the Titans because if they did, they would have won that game. But Cleveland supposedly has a defense. But the Titans are so devoid of talent. But Cam Ward is a quarterback. Cam Ward is a guy that can throw the ball. He can go through his reads. He can go through his progressions. His big problem with Cam Ward is the fact that he's got no one to fucking throw to. And he has an okay running game, but he's got to lean on. Everyone's got to lean. Kareem, what's up? McLovin, Big Blue Podcast. Yes, it's McLovin from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. For those that do not know, Ryan's Big Blue Podcast is back.
I am McLovin.
Guess who's back? Back again. Ryan's back. He dumped the dipshit co-host. And I can say that because Ryan's too nice. Because I told Ryan, dump the fucking co-host. He didn't do it because of me, but I told him, get rid of the fucking guy. He's a fucking moron. Be you. I've always told Ryan that. Be you. Dump that fucking idiot. And he did. And he changed his name back, which is smart because there's so many Big Blue this, Big Blue that. Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. Now I know who does it. How are we doing today, sir? We're doing pretty good. I can't complain. This idiot on Twitter.
Stupid giant Twitter posts.
Tried to explain to me, Cramerica, tried to explain to me, but there's no farmland in Pennsylvania. James, there's no farmland where I live. You drive through fucking Deliverance to get to my house. You can ask James directly, but there's no farmland where I live. Tim, if we get a new GM, do you think we draft a quarterback if we lose the number 1 pick? I'm hoping we hire the Rams assistant GM. Unless Joe Schoen pulls a Joe Judge, Joe Schoen's going to be here. So I wish I could tell you that he's not, but Joe Schoen will be here unless he has a Joe Judge moment, because Joe Judge got himself fired. Unless he has a Joe Judge moment, he's still going to be here. He's going to find your quarterback. I mean, I'm sure because they and I know I'm in the minority. Usually at every family vacation, but I know I'm in the minority here. But there are some people. I look at Jackson Dart and I don't see it. And I'd sit there with James Williams. I try to like it. It's like sauerkraut on hot dogs. My wife loves sauerkraut on hot dogs. So we're at MSG yesterday and we go get our hot dogs and we were going to share the hot dog. And then the guy goes, I got sauerkraut. And she's like, ooh, I like sauerkraut. So she's like, pour that sauerkraut on there. So the guy loads his motherfucking thing up with sauerkraut. So I order a hot dog and she goes, why are you ordering a hot dog? I said, because I hate sauerkraut. And it's all over that hot dog. And I tried to like sauerkraut, but I just can't. Because at the end of the day, sauerkraut is stinky and sucks. Now, I'm not saying Jackson Dart is stinky. Joe says, who the hell is trading up for the Mexican quarterback? Nobody. Probably every fucking team that needs a quarterback. You look at this draft. This is what kills me too. If you look at this 2026 draft order right now, and I love it because everyone's like, Giants are gonna trade out. Even though Fernando Mendoza is the number one odds pick. I love it. Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore, or Ty Simpson are the top 3 chances for a pick. And we're gonna take an edge. We're gonna take Gavril Reese. We're the / edge rusher at 1 overall. And Fernando Mendoza is gonna fall the Raiders. And I love it because let's say the Giants fall. Let's say the Giants fall in the top 2. And let's say the Titans, let's say it goes the Titans and Cleveland. I think the Cleveland coach is gone. I think even the Giants sitting at 2 are going to sit there and say there are 2 other quarterbacks in this draft, which I think are better than Jackson Dart. And the Giants will have an opportunity probably to pick from 3 of them. But we traded some assets. Asby says we're going to fuck up the draft too. Oh, yeah, we're going to fuck up the draft. People are like, Tim, you are so negative. I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. I got all the confidence in the world that the Giants are going to fuck this shit up. That they're going to keep Joe Schoen. They're going to take a safety like at 3. And then we're going to lose Malik Neighbors by year 4. I got it all. I mean, it's beautiful, man. Hey, Tim, what's up, Mr. Alvarez? Hey, Tim. That 2-3 win streak and falling out of the first pick is going to hit like crack in the 80s.
Gentlemen, which brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Normally, I would say yes. But this is the Giants. These are the new Giants. The Giants are going to lose out. We're going to go 2-15. We're going to have I'm going to tell you right now, we are going to have the number 1 pick. Because, ask me why.
Hello? Tim, why?
Well, good. Thank you for asking. Because that's just the Giant way. We'll traded assets to get an average quarterback in the first round. And then we are going to, in the next year, and I said this before, this was outside of the Kenny Pickett draft, this was probably one of the worst quarterback drafts last year that there was. And what did we do? We traded up for a quarterback. We couldn't wait till like the 3rd or 4th round to pick Shedeur Sanders. No, we traded up for a quarterback who has so many issues. Oh, Big Don with the Big Don dropping in the New York Giants online Big Blue memberships. Those are going to be at a premium soon because when that expires, you're going to cry. You're going to cry like the mighty FanDuel. FanDuel.com. This show, of course, is brought to you by the Believe Network and the mighty FanDuel. FanDuel.com. Go to FanDuel right now. Place your bet. Get your parlay in. Number 1 sportsbook. New customers get $100 in bonus bets if on your first $5 bet. If you win, go play the casino games. Go play the spins. Go watch. Get the thankful offer. We already did the thankful offer. It was just a $5 offer. Go watch the fantasy. I love the racing. It's got the FanDuel TV. And if you go to their sports book, I think Giants right now are 2.5-point dogs against the Washington Commanders. I go to the Super Bowl odds right now for the Giants. Oh, yeah, we're already out of the playoffs. So Super Bowl odds aren't going to matter to us. We got the Chargers. We got the Chargers and the Eagles tonight. So it looks like, what are the Giants? The Giants right now are 2.5-point dogs to the Washington Commanders, which makes sense to me because they're playing at home. I'm not going to fucking be there. The Knicks could potentially be in the NBA Cup on Sunday, and I'm going to go see the Globetrotters. So it was either watch a fake team beat a fake team in the Globetrotters or watch the Giants play. Wasn't really a tough decision. Ryan says, I haven't watched much Mendoza film since he was playing, since we won't be going quarterback, but I got to see what the hype is about this later. Oh, you have to, Ryan. Ryan, you have to do this as a Big Blue podcast. You have to do this. Ryan wants me to make a logo. Mr. Gibson says, so, Tim, if you don't want McCarthy, Hafner, and LaFleur, Tomlin, and Harbaugh remain, who do you want as head coach? I didn't say I didn't want McCarthy. I didn't say I didn't want McCarthy. I said I don't want another rookie head coach. I'm not a huge fan of McCarthy, but all McCarthy does is win. All I do is win. That's all the guy does. And it would be nice as a Giant fan to have someone in here with a pedigree that's actually, I don't know, been to playoffs, been to Super Bowls. I would take McCarthy. McCarthy's still young enough. Like I said before, I love John Gruden, but John Gruden should not be coaching the Giants. John Gruden, to me, and I've said this a million times before, and everyone knows I love John Gruden. Everyone knows my affinity for John Gruden. He is more of a coach. He is not a builder, which he proved in Vegas. He is a guy that needs to come in to a veteran-laden team that already has playoff aspirations. That's what John Gruden has to do. That's what I'm going to. Asby says there's not a guarantee that Tim won't come back next year. The only guarantee I've already said this. You fire Joe Schoen, draft Mendoza, I'll come back. What's up, Big? What's up, Greg? Big Greg in the house. Todd says if we can't draft KT twice, we can draft another quarterback in the first round. Hey-oh. Well, there is a body of work out there in reference to Arizona taking Josh Rosen, and then getting Kyler Murray because I got the number 1 overall pick. There is a body of work out there that shows that you can do this. I agree. Dart's going to flame out. I agree. Says Petro, fans need to actually stop screaming their pants for any player that has 2 good games. It's actually embarrassing. Fan base really is a bunch of morons who love the hype train. We live on the hype train. Giant fans live on the hype train, and they jump on it just as fast to get off the bandwagon train. And that's what kills me about this fan base now. When we were bad in the 70s, we all knew we sucked. But we all hung together. We hung together, this tight, cohesive unit that still went to games, still argued, but we all knew we sucked. And we won 1 game. We didn't go dance naked in the fucking streets. I've never seen a 2-win team celebrate as much as I watched New York Giants celebrate. And that starts with ownership. Perry says, I'm good on Dart sample size. They better draft Mendoza. Thank you. I'm good the same way. Leave Jackson Dart alone. He probably won't last 3 years anyways. Not the brightest tulip in the field. I love it because of the fact that you also have Cam Scatterbo. These guys are not burning the midnight oil trying to figure out the energy crisis. They're learning dances on TikTok. I still love the part when Cam Scatterbo ripped off his shirt on national television, made a fool of himself. And my wife goes, you probably shouldn't do that unless you were ripped. And that's coming from a woman's perspective. OG says, I'm late. What's good, Tim? Everything's good. Gregory says, I disagree. Dart played great this season. Just look at how bad from a win perspective, because this is the worst defense in the history in the franchise. Oh, this is not even close. This is not, Gregory. This is not, I don't know how old you are, Gregory. This is not even close to the worst defense in franchise history. This might be in the top 15, but in a 101-year history, this is not even close. I mean, not even close. So we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. Oh, we gotta jump down. I think it's Funky Town. Is it Funky Town? Going down to Funky Town. Funky Town with Super Chat. Super Chat's good. It's Philadelphia Children's Hospital. Sir, we have you on a 1-year contract for the 26th season. Sorry, we hit that goal a week ago. So you got to go in wait till 2027. No. What I said was I would come back and do this giant stream. I would come back and do the stream for the draft. So, no, I'm not on that. I'm not going with that. I'm not going that. I'm not going that way. But thank you, Big Don. Also, let's go to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. What's up, family herbologist in the chat? Let's see here. Cream says, I like Dart, but I'm not in favor of forcing the quarterback on an incoming coach like we did with DJ. The new coach's scheme may not be Dart. That's the other thing that bothers me about Joe Schoen. You're going to have potentially a lame duck general manager, and you're going to have to find a coach that's going to be willing to take on Jackson Dart. Boy, that seems familiar. It's almost like there was a point in time where in Giant fandom, we said, hey, listen, if you want to coach the Giants, you have to make Daniel Jones a franchise quarterback. And we saw how well that worked out. He's got the same record as Gettleman. That's how you become Carson Wentz. Let's see here. James says, Colorado got worse when Sanders left, but Ole Miss got better after losing Dart. Great point. James with a great point. How did Sanders leave Colorado? They hit the transfer portal, get a quarterback from I believe it was from UCF. I don't remember. Get the quarterback, and they get worse after the departure of Shedeur Sanders. But Jackson Dart leaves the venerable Ole Miss, and Ole Miss gets better. Things that make you go, Dan says, I give Dart 3 years before his brain is completely mushed like Scatterboo. I think Scatterboo's got a 2-year head start on him. He just needs to play smarter as a runner, though. He needs to play a lot smarter. He's got to throw the fucking ball. Scrambling around for a half hour like your friend Tarkenton doesn't do anything unless you throw the ball. There's an old expression, shit or get off the pot. And that's the problem with Jackson Dart. He sits on the fucking pot. Throw the ball. I like Dart. We got to that one. Let's see here. Big Greg says, Dart has never thrown for over 300 yards a season. I don't get the hype just because he's better than what we had at quarterback, which isn't saying much. Do not anoint him the next Eli. That's what I don't get. That's really what I don't get, Greg. I really don't get that. I look at Jackson Dart statistically, and I'm like, he threw for 101 yards in his debut, and everyone will tell you, well, that was a great team that he played against. And I laugh because 60 something of those yards came on the first drive. So the other 40 plus, he had over 3.5 plus quarters. And I had to hear, that's one of the greatest debuts by a Giant quarterback that Giant quarterbacks have ever had. I still see tons of potential. Dart may be a bit overhyped now, but we're going to see him with some weapons. Oh, dear Lord. Weapons. Does anyone else see the same scenario already with Jackson Dart? Jackson Dart's going to be good if we get him weapons. Daniel Jones is going to be good if we get him weapons. Eli Manning is going to take us on another Super Bowl run if we get him weapons. Maybe an NFL quarterback should make the wide receivers, tight ends, and players around him better, like Joe Schoen does. Just saying. I know it's crazy. What's up, RFFD? Who do you want as a quarterback? I've already said it. Fernando Mendoza. What's funny? I like Dante Moore out of Oregon. I like Ty Simpson. And I like Mendoza. And I said it before. There is a chance that these three guys go in the top 5. One of those guys is going first overall. One of them will be the cream of the crop and rise to the top. I never eat a blank because a blank is a cop. But one of those guys is going to rise to the top. And all three of them, I think, have a higher upside than the guy we traded up to get in a terrible quarterback draft. Mr. Jordan says, Dart has never thrown for 300 yards. Neither has Drake May, but okay. Okay, though, but here's the problem with Drake May. How many games has Drake May won this year? Just out of curiosity. How many games has Drake May played? Last time I checked, Drake May has played every game this year. And he's not in concussion protocol or in the tent every game. How many 2+ touchdown games, throwing touchdown games, has Drake May had compared to Jackson Dart? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Sorry, I forgot about the 2 he threw against the Giants. He's had 9 games where he's thrown for 2 touchdowns or more. Are you seeing a pattern yet? But okay. Asmi says we have Winston. He's better than all those scrubs. I don't want to be no scrub. What's up, RFVD? Hey, Tim, what's up? Watch the game. Watch Giants win 3 of their final 2. No, we're not. This is the thing that I'm already telling you this, guys. This is already anointed. Because this is the history. This is the recent 14-year history of the Giants. They do something stupid like trade up for a quarterback who's probably not going to survive and can't throw over 8 yards. And then the next year, they get the first overall pick, and there are 3 quarterbacks who have a higher upside than the quarterback they took in a weak quarterback class. Does Tennessee take a quarterback at number 1? No, because they have a quarterback. Cam Ward is so much better right now than Jackson Dart. Oh, and by the way, Cam Ward plays every game. Cam Ward is on a terrible team. Terrible team. Cam Ward's on a worse team than the Giants. And he just happens to play every single game. But that's okay. You're fucking glamour boy. He could dance in the end zone. Ho, ho. My wife said, I loved it. She said it. He wants to be a TikTok star. Because he dances very effeminate in the end zone. I said, yeah, I agree. Almost up to 300 subs. Knicks Unleashed has been a good show. You can't leave. I'm leaving. Fuck that noise. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not me. Douglas says, I will talk to Mendoza to change his name to Frank Smith so we'll be able to draft him. Actually, Shador is the only quarterback to throw for 300 yards against the Titans. Yeah, but the problem is the Titans have such a putrid run defense, you don't have to throw against them. It's like the Giants. I don't understand why any team in the history of the NFL this year has decided ever to throw a ball against the Giants. I would literally just run the ball 497 times against the Giants. Oh, by the way, even though you want to talk about the classic disasters and collapses with the 2025 Giant defense, this 1966 Giant defense went 112-1 and gave up a then record 501 points, and they only played 14 games. The 2017 defense, which people seem to forget, ranked at the bottom of almost every statistical category in the entire league. So while there's been monumental meltdowns and disasters, worst defense in Giant history? No, not even close. Not even close. Hello again. There's no farmland near you. Yes, the moron telling me, yeah, because Pennsylvania is the heartland of farms. We live next to a place called the fucking Garden State. And I would say the 20 plus farms, if not more, that surround my house, there's no farmland here. I drive past these cornfields looking for Kevin Costner. People are stupid when there are morons. Pedro says, I will say, though, that I've always said if we get a new GM and head coach and you let the new GM and the head coach pick the quarterback, they should be able to go down swing with their guy. I said the same thing when with the Daniel Jones. I said the same thing verbatim. You're going to have to find a team that is willing to hire a head coach that is going to say, I'm going to ride or die with Daniel Jones, because most people are going to lose their way. I lose my way. They're going to want to lose their own way or win their own way. They don't want to have the retreads from the previous regime. And this is what we do all the time. That's why we're going to get the number 1 overall pick. and then we're going to trade it. Someone's going to get one of these 3 quarterbacks, and the next thing you fucking know, we're sitting there with a thumb up our ass 2 years later looking for another quarterback. If we lose against the Raiders, Joe is cooked. It's possible. Giants are literally the worst team in the NFL over the last 3 years, and Joe Schoen is getting extended because Mara never had a job in his life. Dumb money is the worst money. Yeah. They always say, people are born with a silver spoon in the mouth. And I laugh because I'm gonna put the link in the chat here. I'll put the link in the chat. Why not? I'm gonna put it in early. Maybe we'll be graced with one of these wonderful people that'll come in and want to talk. I'll put the link in the chat. I'm tired. James called me up and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm fucking tired." He's like, "I'm fucking tired." There are the links in the chat if anyone wants to talk about football. Let's see. The Giants are, they are literally the worst team in 3 years, but you know what? You get to keep your job. I always say this. Imagine you're in sales. Imagine there are 30 people in your sales division, and consistently for 36 months, you are number 30 on the sales chart. They fire you. They put you on a performance improvement plan. James, not today, James. I want different people today, James. I love you, brother, but not today. Not today, brother. I want different people in today. I want different people in today. But they fire you. They get rid of you. So how does Joe Schoen still have a job? Prince, let's see here. What happened here? Hold on. I got to read a text message, but I can't read it out loud. Hold on. People are strange when you're strangers. What's going on here? I'll have to figure that out later. I'll figure that out later. I love half of Pennsylvania's farmland, even a quarter of New Jersey's farm. I know, but don't worry. I don't live anywhere near farms. And I love it because then he goes, with like the 2-3 farms that are around you. Yeah, you know these things. I'm like, there's like 20 farms around me. Try that. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cow. That's all right. People like Jackson Dart in the venerable Hard Knocks does not know geography. But don't worry. He needs to play with a bigger fucking helmet. Ojar Sport says, if the press conference wasn't his Joe Judge moment, I don't know what is, but I understand the question. That's actually a great point. Just like that great point of that new great podcast, Knicks Unleashed, that already has 25 subscribers as of today, because I only have one video. Make sure you go there. Oh, there's a link somewhere on here. There's a link here. Hold on. Let me put this link in the chat, because that's just what I do. So go subscribe to Knicks Unleashed. But to your point, if the press conference was not a Joe Judge moment, that's why I keep telling people we're not firing him, because he literally, you're right, OGR, you're right. He had his Joe Judge moment. I understand the question. Too bad I can't fucking answer it, because of the fact that I love it, because then we just fired Brian Cox. And they're calling Brian Cox the defensive line coach. I thought that was Andre Patterson. But don't worry, he worked with Danielle Hunter and Dexter Lawrence. So that means that's like me working with Josh Allen. Hey, Josh, throw a touchdown. See, he did it. I told him to do that. And like I've said before, I've seen a huge regression from Dexter Lawrence the last 3 seasons. The Schoen press conference didn't instill confidence with every beat reporter from the Giants. You're right. As a German, I find your comments about sauerkraut to be accurate. You can like sauerkraut. I don't care. But sauerkraut sucks, man. I don't get it. It's like you're eating vinegar. And then you put it on a hot dog? I don't get it. NFL quarterbacks and players, Dart scores. The field goes up through his reads, but according to this channel, he doesn't. He doesn't. According to also half the world, Daniel Jones was going to be a great fucking quarterback. Hey, Jordan, fuck off.
Get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I am not going to sit here with Jordan and talk to him about being a fucking moron because you are a fucking moron. Knock, knock. Who's there? Fucking moron who? Because what do you want players to say? He sucks? Because there is some audio from some Saint players that basically said that they didn't think much about Jackson Dart. But publicly, they are not going to come out and speak the truth. You want to know why? Same reason giant content creators don't do it, because it's not popular. If you're going to be a fucking moron, go be a fucking moron on Chode Sports. Because I'm not going to be here in February, so fuck you. Get the hell out. Get out of mom's basement.
Mom, more Hot Pockets.
Get your fucking Hot Pockets and go screw yourself. Go have your date with your right and your left, because that's what you're good for. All right, let's see here. Joe says, I wonder if Mendoza idolized a Mexican icon quarterbacks Mark Sanchez. That's fucked up. Let's see here. Good riddance, Green. We all know the Giants ain't going to end up with the number one pick. We don't have that shit for the past 3 years. No, we're going to, because we took a quarterback. I'm going to bring this young guest in for a moment. He needs to hold his sensitive ears, because I'm probably going to fucking curse a lot. People are like, why do you curse so much? Well, I'm from a Marine family, and I spent my entire adult life, my early years in NFL locker rooms and college locker rooms. Here he is, Ryan from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. You got rid of your fucking sucky host, so I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he was sucky, but we parted ways.
Text message from Ryan. Boy, that guy Dan sucked. I couldn't wait to get rid of him. Why would you text me that and then lie when you got on? Or maybe I'm lying.
Who knows?
I do. I'm lying.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, we're back.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But we're back. You want Mendoza though? I got to do more film watching on Mendoza. But
all I'm saying is this: there are 3 quarterbacks in this draft, and Ty Simpson, Dante Moore, and Fernando Mendoza, that I believe have a higher upside than the guy they traded up to get.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna try and watch some Mendoza tonight. But I have seen some clips of him. It's a bullet. A lot of his passes there, he throws fast. He zips it. There's a lot of zip on the ball.
Fucking mile. He has got what they refer to, and I've heard this from. I actually heard this from 2 former NFL scouts. That's why I use the term. They call it NFL arm strength plus.
James thought the cartel kidnapped me.
The cartel did kidnap you. That's why.
Yeah,
this, of course, is Ryan's from Ryan's Big Blue. Yes, Ryan's Big Blue Podcast is back on. He dumped the other host, shot him out of the clown cannon.
Keeping those episodes up though, because some
keeping
of them
those episodes up. Well, I don't think they did that well.
They did pretty well. I thought I was actually on point in some of them, but so just skip the parts that he's talking. I guess if you want to,
you can go back and mute. You can go back and mute those out.
Yeah.
But my thing is this, and this is why I'm going to keep telling people over and over again. Yeah, the Giants are going to get the first overall pick. Because this is giant. No, think back to the last 13 years. Everything that could possibly go wrong for the Giants has gone wrong when they either wanted to draft someone, because we could have had Parsons. We could have had the linebacker Josh Allen. We could have passed on, likes of Kadarius Toney. But so many things have gone wrong in the wrong way. But now we are potentially going to have the first overall pick, which would make sense because we went and took a quarterback in one of the worst quarterback drafts in the last 10 years. When I even said before the 2025 draft, the 2026 draft minus Arch Manning, I already said Arch Manning wasn't going to come out, minus Arch Manning, which so many people thought was going to come out, was going to be 100 times better than the 2025 draft. So we use assets to trade up for a guy that we could have had in the second round who doesn't have the same upside as the 3 quarterbacks coming out that will probably go 3 in the top 5. So the Giants way, yeah, we're going to get the first overall fucking pick.
It honestly, like, when you look at their remaining schedule, the 4 games, it's Washington, Vikings, Raiders, Cowboys. You look at that, you think, oh, they'll win 2 of these to ruin their draft position. But because they drafted their quarterback, we've been wanting the first pick, for these past few years. Now they'll get it after they already drafted.
Fucking get it.
It just makes sense.
Yes.
Like, I see what you mean. It's just the Giant way.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to trade this guy or trade that first pick to the Jets. And then the Jets are going to find that Greek god of a franchise quarterback with the arm of Zeus. And they're going to grab him, and we're going to have to watch for 15 years as we are stuck in mediocrity and as the Jets turn around and become one of the better teams in the NFL. This is going to happen. Book it.
I already feel it. Like, I already see the everyone's happy. The fans will be happy they got the first pick, but then the Twitter fans and stuff. But, like, fans like us will realize, like, we've been wanting the first pick for the past, however many years now. And the year we get it is the year we aren't going to take a quarterback. And I think the only shot that they would have at taking a quarterback is if it's a new GM and they really don't like Dart, but I still don't think they're even going to allow that. Like, ownership.
I don't think ownership. I have now reached the point. I've reached this point for a while. I've always felt it was ownership.
Yeah.
And I think ownership in the Mara family, and I'm not thinking just John. I'm thinking the entire portion of the Mara family is running this shit into the ground and making more football decisions than they need to be making. Hit the like button, people. I forgot to say that. Hit the like button. Like button, like, blah, blah, blah.
And sub to Knicks Unleashed.
And sub to Knicks Unleashed. I want the 70-something people that are still watching to sub to Knicks Unleashed. We only have, we got 33 likes. That's actually pretty good. Okay. All right. Well, you guys are hitting the like button.
I think it was good to move it to the other channel because now it's like its own thing.
Yes, because you want to know why?
I could text Dan. You want him to co-host that? He's a Knicks fan too.
You want me to read the other text message you sent me about Dan?
Oh.
If he learned anything about fucking football, I would be surprised. From young Ryan.
Yeah. False allegations.
But I'm going to, not a false allegation. I'm going to tell you something right now. The reason why I moved it to its own channel, because I'm burning this motherfucker to the ground. People are like, how can you have a channel that's profitable? You make all this money in this and you make money with Believe and you're just going to burn it to the ground with a big fucking stick of dynamite. That's how I'm going to do it.
Because I would stay. I would stay.
No, I am going to be, you're staying. You came back.
Oh, no, I'm staying. I'm saying I need you. I would, if I were you, stay because well, first off, whenever you're a guest on my shows, it always does well, which, stay tuned for that to all the viewers. And then also, just because this show is like, what I tune into for, real, not bullshit, basically.
But see, that's why they're going to have you.
Yeah, I'll be your predecessor. Is that
you are my protege. I wouldn't call you a Padawan because the last Padawan I heard about went and killed a bunch of people and killed a bunch of sand people and killed all the other Padawans and things just didn't go well for that Padawan. So we're not going to call you a Padawan, but you are the protege. You need to fucking change your name of your channel to Unlike Big Blue Jr.
You're right.
That's what you need to do.
New York Giants Straight Talk Part 2, So, I mean, but yeah, I am back and I'm, here to stay. I'm not going to be as busy and moving forward. And we're almost at 300 subs. So, we've made a good return. I had your boy, Bobby Skinner, on recently. So we're back and, we're ready to go. WFAN, there's some guy. I'm not going to mention his name. I feel like you don't like him.
What's his name?
Keith McPherson.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Oh, okay, because I'm talking with him. He might come on in the future. But we're back and we're gonna keep going.
Good. I'm not gonna be back.
You should be, but
I'm not
you
gonna
won't
keep
be.
going.
Well, unless they fire Shane and draft Mendoza, right? Which
Unless
is like not
unless
going to
they
happen.
fire Shane and draft Mendoza, then I will come back.
Well, I don't think they fire Shane. I honestly still think they keep him, but I think that's a lot more likely to happen, obviously, than them getting Mendoza. I think that's like a shot in the dark. Even
Well,
though
the good news is if Jackson Dart was throwing the ball, it would probably end up short.
I haven't given up on Jackson Dart yet. That's my guy.
You are a Jackson Dart. You are a Jackson Dart. I'm not going to say you're. I don't know. Let's see. You know it's going to get bad when I start leaning back. You are a Jackson Dart enthusiast. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, yeah.
You are a Jack. So you are the perfect person to talk to me about this because who in the NFL would you compare Jackson Dart's arm strength to?
Well, right now his arm strength does not look good. There's a lot of balls that have been underthrown.
No.
A current quarterback that you're talking about, or just any NFL quarterback?
Any NFL quarterback. Who would you compare that to?
I don't want to say the guy's name because he kind of cursed our franchise, but
Who?
Daniel Jones.
Oh, I think Daniel Jones has got early. Daniel Jones has a stronger arm than Jackson Dart.
No, not early. Like
current Daniel Jones?
Post ACL Daniel Jones.
Okay, well that's
so 2024 last season.
And in his 7-8 year career, how many playoff wins does he have again, Daniel Jones?
1.
His ability as a rookie to read defenses and diagnose plays. Who would you say Jackson Dart is comparable to?
We're going. I'm gonna.
Just
I don't want to go through.
Give me the. I'm proving a point here. Give me the answer.
So
then you can pontificate.
Okay. So what were you?
His ability to read defenses and his ability to go to the right play in a proficient amount of time. Who does Jackson? Those are the things I'm like. Who does Jackson Dart remind you? This is part of my point I'm making because it's taking you way too fucking long.
Yeah, no, there's no one I think of that, he doesn't really remind me of anyone yet. Like, I feel like what I've seen from Jackson Dart is, obviously he needs to slide, he needs to get down in that.
No, we're talking about his ability to diagnose plays.
Not been great so far.
Okay, but see, you're already proving my point here. Who does Jackson Dart remind you of in the NFL? In reference to the fact that he'll have one great series, then he will disappear for 48 minutes, and then he'll get a touchdown in garbage time, and everyone will be like, "Ooh, see, he threw for 2 touchdowns."
Our old quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say him too earlier, but I was like,
yes, I know you were. I know you were, and I was waiting for you to say who this all reminds you of.
And I was gonna say I like Dart's ability to extend plays, but someone else had a good ability to extend plays at points.
Okay,
at points.
See where I'm going here.
I see where you're going with this, but I still am not
who does he remind you of in reference to his inability at times to pull the trigger on plays?
I don't even think I need to say his name again.
A lot of people have DM'd me as like, we basically have a whiter version of Daniel Jones. We have Daniel Jones 2.0. And I look back and I'm like, I can't say you're wrong. Because Daniel Jones had a better rookie season so far than Jackson Dart has, with his 26 touchdowns and all, but like I said before, when I did the Dan Jones video after the season, all of his touchdowns came in like 4 games.
Yeah.
And same thing with Jackson Dart. There'll be blips of games, but it's like, okay, but you can't have a scripted opening drive that results in a touchdown.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
And then not do anything for 48 minutes after you go off script.
That's the thing with the Giants this season. Like the past few seasons, they like couldn't score in the first quarter, first half. This season, Jackson Dart and even I think Winston as well, they do so well on the scripted drive and like they're scored, I think, almost in every game on the first drive, on the opening drive, the scripted drive, but then go away until garbage time when they score again. I think it happened in the Niners game, actually. That's
Yeah.
the game I most remember it. Jackson Dart, they scored in the first drive, really good drive. You didn't see much throughout the game, and then that Gunnar Olszewski had a touchdown in garbage time in that game. So he has a lot of success on the scripted drives, but you need to see more from him. Obviously, a lot more from him. Um, and his ability to just a lot of the things we talked about, his arm strength, ability to read plays, defenses. I mean, like I said, I don't want to give up on Dart yet. I've seen some good things. I mean, he has. When you look at his stats, I know obviously stats aren't everything. He has 18 total touchdowns, counting the rushing touchdowns and 3 picks. But I do obviously. I can't crown him the franchise quarterback yet. And I didn't think we were going to be able to do that after year 1 anyway. But
Well, you should. I could tell you right now that if I was a Tennessee Titans fan, I would be hopeful, even as bad as the season they're having, that Cam Ward is a starting quarterback. And he was the only other quarterback taken in the first round.
Yeah. Did you see his best incompletion of all time yesterday?
Yeah,
it was the best incompletion ever.
Yeah, I did see that. But yeah, you should be able to see now at this point in time, because last time with Dan Jones, everyone saw how wonderful he was.
Yeah. And especially because it's kind of matching up. I think, stat wise, Dart's rookie season's been better because Jones had those 19 fumbles and a good amount more picks. But Jones, they both had injury problems though through their rookie year as well.
Did Dart fumble and throw an interception in crunch time?
Denver, he threw that pick, and
then he also fumbled the other. We'll talk about the fumble hand.
Also a fumble in the Saints game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I know they're similar rookie years. I mean, stat wise, I think Jackson Dart I would go with, but just overall the player, they've been very similar. And it has Giants fans coming off of both of their rookie years feeling hopeful that they have their franchise quarterback, and then the coach gets fired. Shermer got fired that year. Dable got fired this year. They kept Gettleman.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they keep Shane, which the Giant way is they will. They'll hire a coach that, like you said, I think earlier in the show, will have to, fit with Dart.
They'll have to hire a coach that says, yes, we can work with.
We'll work with Dart, yes, and that they think they can make him the franchise quarterback, and then it turns into Joe Judge and Dart, and then we're in the never-ending cycle. And I said that was my worry of keeping Shane and Dable last season.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, that is 1,000%. And this is the problem with the New York Giants.
RVFD also put a trade offer in the comments in the live chat. I would definitely do that. I would probably have to do that.
What's the trade?
If you were offered a second round pick, top 10, would you trade Dart if you're first overall?
Oh, fuck yeah. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There are, like I said this before, there are 3 quarterbacks in this draft that have a higher upside than Jackson Dart, and they haven't even played a snap yet.
Yeah,
because they all have this crazy weird thing called arm strength.
Well, like I said with Mendoza, I've seen some of his passes, just a zip. It looks beautiful to watch. Like he throws some really nice balls. But this week and, going into next week, now that it's the last few weeks of the season, that's when I'm going to start, really looking into the college guys and the guys, the Giants, the targets for the Giants. So I'm also going to look at some of the quarterbacks, even though, we have our quarterback now. So that deal I would definitely do if Mendoza is what I think he is from what you're saying, but I do still have to watch him. But
just go. I'm not even. This
doesn't mean I've given up. I've not given up on Dart yet, though. That's just FYI.
This is going to be a homework assignment because I'm going to be on doing Ryan's show on Thursday. This is going to be your homework assignment. I want you to go watch, but I don't want you to watch highlights.
Yeah,
I want you to pick a couple games, and I want you to watch Mendoza.
Okay,
and then come back to me and tell me what you see.
Are there any games specifically, or just any of the games?
Honestly, you like I said, you could pick the two big games, the two most recent games, but
Ohio State.
I want you just to pick. I want you just to pick a game. The Penn State game. I want you
Yeah.
just to pick a game though. I don't want to tell you. You can pick any game you want to pick. They're easily readily found on YouTube.
Yeah.
And just and tell me what you think.
I'm gonna do that, and I'll do that between tonight and tomorrow, and then I'll get back. You're coming on Thursday, so
Thursday.
we'll talk about that a little bit as well.
Because I want to get your and like I said, I'd rather do it this way because it's more of an unsolicited opinion. That's why I said I'm not because being me, I could probably tell you, hey, watch this game, which we all know will probably be one of the better games for you to end up watching.
Yeah.
So instead, I want you just to pick a game.
Yeah, all right. That's what I'll do.
And then I want you to.
And I'll get back to you Thursday.
Come back on Thursday and tell me what you think of Mendoza. And to James Williams's point, could you explain to me, just out of curiosity, how Shedeur Sanders leaves Colorado and Colorado gets worse, but as soon as Jackson Dart leaves Ole Miss gets better?
I didn't think about that at all. So when I saw that comment before by James, I was like, "There's nothing." And I was thinking in my head, I was preparing for this moment. I was like, "I'm gonna go on later. I'm gonna click the link, and he's gonna ask me about that when I'm trying to defend Dart." I have nothing there. Colorado got worse.
But that's a great point by James.
No, that is shout out James.
Because it makes all the sense in the world. It's like how is that literally possible? That this kid who was a superstar at Tennessee, which I didn't see, was a superstar at Tennessee, all of a sudden leaves, Ole Miss, and all of a sudden Ole Miss gets better. And he is the prototypical quarterback.
Going into the stream though, like I was more that inside I was like, I'm I think we got our guy. I'm not off the Dart train. I'm not, you're not going to convince me that easily. I still believe in Dart.
I'm not going to convince you about that.
No, just but a lot of the points you are making, I'm saying like that I'm seeing both both sides of it and everything, and it's got me thinking. So I will say that.
Mr. Philosopher, I see you a second, but I want to pull something up for young Ryan because I don't want to end this on the this way. I want to pull something up for young Ryan here. I got to add this file because this again proves my point about your venerable quarterback and proves your point on your last game. Oh, look, Jackson Dart's last game. Let's see. All the balls that are completed are within -4 and 9 yards. As soon as you go, and I love it because as soon as you see these two middle balls, which is almost 10 yards, his completion percentage, let's see, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is 1 for 8 for passes over 10 yards and over. Anything -3 and 8 yards, he hits like a demon.
Well, shit.
But this is the best part. This is the best. Oh, he's wearing a tie. This is the best part. This isn't the only game. This is all of his games.
Yeah. No, I feel like Dart was wearing a tie. It didn't show up.
No.
A philosopher
had a tie on, so I was like, I got to jump to the philosopher. He's got a fucking tie on.
I was like, Dart had a tie. What are you talking about? But no, yeah, that is. I think some of that can be, put on play calling and some of the. But a lot of that is Dart.
How is being 1 for 8?
No, not 1 for 8. Just the him not throwing the ball deep a lot, and when he does throw deep though, that's his fault for not completing on those passes. A lot of the passes are underthrown, especially the ball that got Neighbors hurt.
Shut up a second. We're gonna get to you because Philosopher's in a car. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, I'm stopped right now, but I'm just out doing my job, doing attorney things, making appearances, kissing babies and hugging people and whatnot. But I heard you guys' conversation about Shedeur versus Dart, and it's funny. I was actually looking at this yesterday, in terms of stats and stuff and comparisons. And I looked at Dart's best game versus Shador's best game, right?
Mhm.
Dart's best game statistically is the Denver game. I think
Yes.
he threw for like 280, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Good defense, great defense that he played well against. But here's the problem. If you look at the numbers, Dart's completion percentage was lower than Shadur's, and Shadur's game was in the damn snow and rain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Additionally, I think you got to it's a really hard comparison because the Browns obviously have a way worse offensive line
Oh,
than the
Browns
Giants do.
and have, I mean, Giants talk about not having skill players. Go to Cleveland. There are no skill players
Right.
on that offense.
Well, actually, no. Okay, so that's a little bit where I disagree with you, only because I think Quinshawn
Judy.
Judkins is better than any running back we have, and you
Well,
have the tight end. Fannin is way better.
Any running back that we have. I'm talking NFL. I'm not talking comparison to the Giants. I'm talking in the NFL. In reference,
Yeah. What
to
I'm saying, I'm just comparing the
okay.
Giants to the Browns,
Okay.
and I'm saying the Browns have better skill players at tight end and running back for sure. Not wide receiver, but for sure tight end and running back. So I kind of feel like it's a wash if you compare. Okay, Jackson Dart has a better O line, but he has slightly worse skill players, right? But the difference, I think, is that you have to say that Shador's done much more with much less. He had no time in the pre or off season to prepare for this year. They didn't even let him run with the ones in practice until recently. So you're looking at somebody who's doing a lot with nothing. Whereas Dart, given the keys to the kingdom from the start, they were even saying that if they were being fair, he would have started from the beginning of the season, right? But they made an offense tailored around Jackson Dart. They did not do that with Shador. They literally take him out when he's cooking the whole game for the most important possession of the game.
It didn't make any
So,
sense. And
I don't even think it's close.
And just for point of reference with Junkins, I think Junkins is an okay back. This guy's got over 200 carries and he's like 3.6 yards a carry. This isn't a guy he's averaging less than 60 something yards a game. So, I mean, why you're saying that he's better, then you're telling me, I mean, I'm not going to say, then people will be like, well, he's not better than Cam Scatterbo. So, I mean, but I'm just bringing that up that, you know, he runs the ball a lot. He's already running over 200 times, but he's under like 3.6 yards a carry.
I do agree, though. I mean, if you look at both of their games, Jackson Dart's best game against Denver, he had 283 yards and then 11 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns.
But that game in Denver, again, it was the scripted drive in the beginning.
Yeah.
Not much again until the fourth quarter. Shador Sanders, if you watch the game, you know, while it was in to the philosopher's point, it was the weather was shitty.
Yeah.
But he
matriculated
most of the game and he moved the ball most of the game. It's the fact that he had that one really bad pass. He had that one really on the interception. Yeah, that was a bad pass. Shador was relying on his arm strength and his Colorado magic for that one. But he didn't just show up for the first 8 minutes and then show up the last 6.
Yeah, and he had 393 total yards.
Yeah,
and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and Dart had 4 touchdowns, 291 yards. 294. 294.
What I think you guys should also look at, and this is the most important factor, is the run game of both of these teams in the games in which these quarterbacks had their best game, right? Because if you look at the game with the running game of the Browns, there was none. They could not run the ball at all. Shador literally had to put this team on his
back.
I can't say that Dart has necessarily done that to the level that Shador just did. His peak is not the peak that Shador just, showed us, to me.
No, I agree.
I gotta go, gentlemen. I have a hearing, but it's a pleasure speaking with you guys, man.
As always, my friend, good luck. To the point I was going to bring up in reference to the Giants running game, the Giants running game is in like the top 15. They've rushed for over 1,600 yards.
And all 3 of their running backs, I mean, Tracy at points, but they haven't been that bad. I mean, Singletary's been showing up these past few games. Scadaboo obviously
Tracy's
before
been
the
all
injury.
right. The last well, not all right, but Tracy has been enough.
Tracy's had some good runs here and there, in some of these games, but Scadaboo was doing really well prior to getting hurt.
I love it.
So
I love this one though. Shador stays out of the blue tent.
I have no argument for that one either.
Dude, man, you're defending your quarterback. You have to have an argument.
Yeah.
You have to. I don't even want to show. I was going to clip all Jackson Dart's charts. They're so bad. His passing charts are so bad because we talk about the game that he threw for 200 yards. And I love it because just recently, and I love that because you look at all the white over 10 yards. And it's that way on every single fucking chart. Every chart is that way. That if the ball goes over 10 yards, yeah, no, we don't get a completion. When you're 1 for 8 over 10, the average NFL quarterback should be able to easily matriculate the ball at least 25 yards downfield in the air with accuracy. He loses accuracy after 10 yards.
And so even some of the one I remember most right now, you look at some of the
at least he's throwing the left side more. Strong side.
Some of the deep ball touchdowns, though, even like the one to Daniel Bellinger in the Broncos game, he saw it late. Like that ball should have been out quicker. Because he was wide open.
Yeah.
But he saw it late, and it thankfully was still a touchdown because of how no one was even near Bellinger. But if the defense even played just a little bit better on that possession, that's not a touchdown there, and that would hurt his deep ball completion percentage already worse than it already is.
We're just gonna keep this up for young Ryan.
Yeah, keep it up.
we are just going to keep that up for young Ryan because it should make you sad.
it makes me think. I'll say that
it should make you sad that this is your franchise quarterback, a guy that cannot throw the ball over 8 yards.
So, I'm not. I feel like
accuracy.
He's only played in 8 games now. I'm gonna give him time.
But here's the thing: if you go,
we gave Jones time, and then it goes into the same cycle.
Thank you. I was about to say, didn't we give? Wasn't our whole philosophy? Well, we got to give Daniel Jones time as well. Yeah. And where did giving Daniel Jones this wonderful time end up for us as a team, as an organization? It ended up with us not having a quarterback, and ended up us having Jackson Dart.
Yep.
So I mean, oh, Mr. Ryan, I feel bad.
We traded one of our picks from this year too. I think it was our third rounder.
We traded a third round pick in part of this trade, which we probably could have got Jackson Dart at the position that we were at in the second round. But Joe Schoen, as what Joe Schoen so inevitably does, he panics. He panicked.
He's another story.
Well, he panicked to pull the trigger. And the next thing we know, we're sitting there drafting up to get a guy. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let's count this out. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 times he throws over 10 yards. And he only completes 4 passes.
And only 2 times 20 plus. I'm not gonna give him that one. That's not like 19. The green.
Yeah. But don't worry, young Ryan. He's fine.
We got 4 games left this season against 3 really bad teams and an average
4
team.
Games against James. Where are you, James? I keep putting the link in the chat, James. I thought James Williams would call on. We don't go deep. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Pull up DJ's charts. I can't. I don't want to do that because that would take forever. I love this, Ryan. It's literally staring at you in the face. Theo Johnson is a drop machine. Move off of him. Theo Johnson has had a better season than I thought he would have. Theo Johnson's biggest issue is he seems very interested early in the game. And then kind of like what happened with him at Penn State, he kind of just loses interest until it's going towards the end zone.
No, I don't think he's been that bad, but I need to see
No,
more consistency from him.
like I said, I don't think he is. I think a lot of people are crazy on crazy high on him, but it's like, well, you know what? He seems very interested until that final, not final, but he seems very interested early in the game, and then it's like the entire tight end position. Then the tight end position just kind of disappears.
Yeah,
Right?
I
And then
put out
shows up again in the fourth quarter.
and I put a poll on Instagram of Ryan's Big Blue Podcast Instagram of Theo Johnson. If people think he's our tight end for the future, if he's not, or if we don't know yet. I don't know yet. I would say, and that's what a lot of people said because I need to see more consistency from him. But I would lean no, even though he has had a better season. I just don't know if he'll be able to stay consistent and play as well as he can at points. And also he does need to catch some. Like there's some times where he's got to hang on to some of these passes. I mean, like the one in the end zone in the Patriot game, that should have been caught.
I give Dart some credit. The play where Slayton got his touchdown, he signals to Slayton. He doesn't like what he says, which led to the touchdown. That all credit to him. Young Ryan, do you understand that one? Explain that one to me.
I think
I don't remember because I'm not being facetious. I just don't remember.
I think it was the on that Slayton touchdown in the Patriots game. He audibled and signaled something to Slayton to change what he was doing, and Slayton listened. Obviously, he ran the because he saw the defender was back.
So he acted like an NFL quarterback. Oh yeah, we should give people credit for that.
Shows maturity, right?
It shows maturity. So is doing the pony in the end zone like a girl.
Well, I mean, I'm not I actually think the dances are pretty
because you're young.
How do I say this? No, I mess with them, as young people would say. Because I don't know, I just the vibes, right? The vibes that we saw. Yeah.
How many wins does Jackson Dart have?
2.
Okay. We're vibing.
Yeah, we are vibing.
We're vibing.
Oh, James said drop the link.
I did drop the left strong side. I did drop the link, James, like 447 fucking times. And you're calling me old.
Don't even get me started.
I dropped the wrong link. Hold on.
Abdul Carter, you subscribe to that link though. To everyone, that's Knicks Unleashed.
That's Knicks Unleashed. What the hell was that layout button?
But
go ahead.
Abdul Carter right now. I mean, everything you said prior to the season is true on Abdul. I mean, yes, he gets the pressures, but a lot of the pressures, I don't know off the top of my head, but I don't know what they're equating to. I mean, a lot of them, the completions for the,
this is my favorite one, Ryan. Ready? Da 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 da.
Yeah. The same player, right?
Yeah, same player. Man size.
I never agreed with that. Everyone that's listening, I never.
Abdul Carter. Man size. Abdul Carter. Let's get to Massey Super Chat real quick. Wait for James. Right Saleh's tenure with the Jets. Defense was elite. Unlucky at the A-Rod injury. No. He's being hyped back on the coaching. No, I can't.
If they hired Robert Saleh, I mean,
I can't do Robert Saleh. Robert's. You know what? As a defensive coordinator, would you do Robert Saleh as defensive coordinator? Because I would do Robert Saleh as defensive coordinator.
100%.
I don't think. I think he lost the team quick.
I don't think he's head coach material. I don't think he can have control of the whole team. I think that's his problem.
We're going to wait for James. Ma, more Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets, Mom.
Mom, touch pizza rolls. Ryan, you got kidnapped. You were in an oil drum. You all right?
Yeah, I got saved by Jackson Dart.
You got saved by Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart, SEAL Team 6. Good.
You should read some of the text messages Ryan sent me about his co-host. It made me blush.
Say, Ryan, you dumped other guy? I didn't even get a chance to meet other guy yet.
Look, schedules didn't match up. some other reasons, but we're back. And I just did a interview with Bobby Skinner. It went pretty well. We're almost.
You talked to the
1,000.
fat man?
I like no, that's not nice. His name is Mom Jeans.
Stop it.
Well, you called him fat. That wasn't nice.
He's kind of round. He's kind of round.
Because he ate Justin Penix.
I thought he was the fat man. No, he was Jake.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. I'm sorry, but Ryan, Keith McPherson, he's pretty good. I listened to him on the radio.
Yeah, he's overnight. He's coming on sometime soon. For
Cool.
Interview, so.
Of course, because he's overnight. Someone listens overnight.
Well, he's black. That's why they put him at overnight.
Oh, he's black?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow. Look at you. Diversity.
Diverse guest.
James said you were a racist.
Yeah,
Ryan, we love you. Come on.
Look,
Ryan, stop the word. Stop.
Yeah, we're gonna make fun of Ryan anymore.
No, but Keith's gonna come on soon, and the show's back, and it's here to stay as Ryan's Big Blue podcast. The old co-host is doing what he's doing. I don't know what he's up to, but he's not coming back.
Ryan, you could say you fired him. It's okay.
You Luca Brasi'd him. Just say it. It's fine.
Sleeping with the fishes. It's okay.
Don't give me the Joe Schoen. You understand the question.
No Joe Schoen. You understand the motherfucking question.
I understand the question, but I'm gonna evaluate everything. I trust everything.
There you go.
Watch the film.
Look, I watched the film, and I trust Dan Brothers. I trust the guy. I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna support him and everything he's got, going, and we'll go from there and evaluate as a football operation at the end of the season.
What was Dan Brothers' channel name? He must have had a channel, or did you just pick him out of the sky?
No, he used to host one on Spotify, something Big Blue. That's why he originally knew me, because it was Big Blue. When I first started, he was like, "Oh, I used to have a podcast, with a similar name." I was like, "Oh." It went like, until he reached out again, and I was like, "Oh, well, I kind of would like a co-host to get me back into things, just because I wanted to, kind of get back in like that." And I also think I'm better when I'm talking with someone on the show. Like, it's more conversation, which is why I like doing guests. But I also think, now that I set the format of the show, the preview shows have like players to watch, keys to victory, all that. I'm gonna just go through that, and I could work it alone now, and I also have more time, so we're gonna be good with things. And the show's gonna be also better quality moving forward, and things are on the up.
Oh my God!
Why'd you do that?
Oh, he's gonna talk about his fucking show. We're talking Giants here.
He's promoting the Giants.
I'm promoting
the Giants.
I'm promoting the future of Online Big Blue, right? The
there you go.
Anyone, I've already said it before. Anyone that has 10 grand, Venmo it to me or whatever it's fucking called, and I'll sell you the channel. You could be me. Just give me 10 grand. That's all I want. I don't want a lot, and you'll make that money back. Well, actually, you'll probably lose all the money after I leave.
Well, you know how many unsubscribers that everyone will get? Like, if someone takes over the channel, I don't know who it will be. Just anybody random. You know how many subscribers they lose?
Well, this guy called me up and asked me if he could take the channel.
The Squids.
Because in 4 games, he's not gonna have a lot going on.
Look, I don't look. What was I gonna say? I was thinking about something. So obviously you're coming on Thursday. I think that you might be the guest that comes on. You were the guest for 100. You were a guest for 200. You might be the guest that gets us to 300.
I will be the guest that gets Ryan to 300. I got James here, but Robert Saleh, what do you think about him coming back to coach the Giants after his failed tenure with the Jets? I say I wouldn't mind it as a defensive coordinator.
I don't want any retreads.
So
you said
you don't want Mike.
I know you said that's what I said. Like I don't dislike McCarthy. I don't dislike Saleh. I would love him if we could get the black guy from Miami, that coach over there, the black coach, if we could bring him here as the offensive coordinator, bring Saleh here as the defensive coordinator, and then hire McCarthy as the head coach, I would do that.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask both of you guys, actually. So for Robert Saleh, he's right now he's the DC for the Niners. If they somehow were able to work something out and he became the DC here, I wouldn't mind that. Head coach, no, I don't want him. And honestly, though, even with DC, I don't know if he would even want to come back to New York. So I don't know how likely that is. But I wanted to get your thoughts on Mike McCarthy because I personally don't know how to feel about it. I like for some reason I think the vibes I get are Tom Thibodeau with what he was with the Knicks, where he can win games for you. He can take you back to consistent winning, but he won't get you over that, you know, hump to win the Super Bowl, but that's what kind of like where I'm like, the Giants just need to get back to winning games consistently and stop being, at the bottom of the
But
league.
you just literally said it. He'll bring you back to consistent winning. So
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like,
why wouldn't you want to? This is what I don't get about Giant fans, and I'm not kidding. I'm not counting you into the idiocy, Ryan, of Giant fans. But you could hire a coach that has won everywhere that he has gone. While he has not only won one Super Bowl, but he has turned franchises around. He had 3 12-win seasons in a row with the Dallas Cowboys. And he builds winners while he's not getting the success in the playoffs you want. He's still getting you to the playoffs.
He gets you there.
We've had 2 playoff appearances in 14 years.
He also is.
What did he win? 2 or 3 division? Did he win? Was he the first time? Was it the Cowboys that won back-to-back division titles for the first time in the NFC East in years?
I was under him, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think that streak is over.
Oh, I thought he was the last one to win back-to-back divisions.
I actually thought it was the Eagles.
Yeah, it could have been.
I'll check that, but I actually don't think that streak ended. I think it's going to be the Eagles this year.
See, Ryan, if you kept the other guy around, you could have put him on that path.
Dan Brothers, he could have came on right now.
Mr. the black coach from Miami, his name is Rico Tubbs. Let's throw that out there.
I don't get it.
His best friend is Sonny Crockett, so it's that's the other guy. Sorry.
That's before your time, Ryan. I'm talking about the black head coach in Miami. He's black. He was the black hire.
Flores? Was it Flores?
Flores. No, the other black guy in Miami.
The guy that looks like now a Colombian drug dealer.
He actually does. No, the Colombian drug dealer's accountant.
Accountant, yes. The current head coach of the Miami Dolphins is happens to be like
Mike McDaniel. Okay.
He happens to like Kafka is Hispanic. He happens to be black.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And that's not offensive. He's black.
That's not offensive.
His daddy's me.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Now I was thinking. I was actually trying to think of. Okay, you guys got me there. But
what do you think about that, Ryan? Him as OC, Salah as DC, and then bringing McCarthy as the HC. That sounds like that would work. In a dream world.
That's like that honestly isn't a bad, especially because I want to, whoever the head coach is, I do want him to have head coaching experience and to bring discipline. Mike McCarthy's 45 and 28. That's why I've been kind of, growing in it's been growing on me, this idea. Like if you would have told me a few weeks ago, I always, Mike McCarthy, whatever, but you look into it, he really has been a consistent winner. He did it with the Cowboys. Even though he doesn't win in the playoffs and, you could say sometimes it was his fault, sometimes it wasn't. He at least knows how to, handle a team. He knows how to coach a team, foresee the whole team instead of, this inexperienced coordinator. If you I like Chris Shula, the Rams, but
okay, wait a minute.
I also like Brian Dable.
No, stop a second, because you just brought up a name that everyone talks about. That
his name's been flying around.
About every Giant fan. Why do you like Chris Shula?
Well, I like him because the Rams have been a consistent good defense, and also Sean McVay's coaching tree. It seems like you really can't go wrong with. But that's
name me other coaches out of the Sean McVay coaching tree that's is current successfully in the NFL.
Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings.
You call that successful right now?
Well, I mean, he's been I see Kevin O'Connell as a pretty good coach. I mean, I know they're having a really off year, a really bad year this year, but it's the first year with McCarthy. He's been hurt, so I do think Kevin O'Connell hasn't been a bad coach. Thinking There are a few more. I just gotta
Okay, well, but here's the thing, and this is the thing I can't stand with people. They throw all these names out. Okay, well, give me the names. Let me hear the names. And Kevin O'Connell. Everyone talks about Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell. Last time I checked, was only with the Rams for one season. Before that, he was with the Bears, the Bears, 49ers, and he spent a large period of time with the Washington Redskins. So I really can't give you Kevin O'Connell out of that coaching tree because he spent one season.
Matt LaFleur, the Packers.
How is Matt LaFleur's had a job well before?
They're not firing him though.
They're not firing Matt LaFleur.
But no, I'm saying the list. But
wait, Matt LaFleur. You're saying Matt LaFleur is off the?
They were. I know they work. They work together.
They work together. It's not like Matt LaFleur all of a sudden was like, "Oh, I come on, Ryan. See, this is why I love Giant fans. I'm not picking on you, but this is why I love Giant fans. They throw out this guy's name, and it's like, well, they work together. Well, Matt LaFleur's last job was the offensive coordinator of Tennessee Titans in 2018.
Okay.
That's how he got the job with the Green Bay Packers.
Because I know him, Matt LaFleur, McVay.
Matt LaFleur is not.
No. I know that Matt LaFleur, McVay, and Shanahan worked together in, I think it was Washington. They were all together under. I think it was Jay Gruden that they were with. So it'd be from the Jay. So it'd be from the Jay Gruden. That would be the Jay Gruden coaching tree. I know that, but I'm saying I think Sean McVay, Kevin O'Connell, I still think is a pretty good coach. But under that tree, there's been a lot of coaches produced. I know actually, who was under that tree that I believe, I'm not sure, but I think he was under the tree and he hasn't been that good. I actually never liked him. Zach Taylor, the Bengals coach.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was under that tree. One of the, the Falcons coach, Raheem Morris, he just got hired out of that tree. Look how that's going. That one, that is one of the bad ones. But overall, I see what people
wait a minute. Chris Shula, his first season as defensive coordinator, gave up a total amount of yards of over 353 yards a game, which was the 26th worst in the NFL. They were ninth in points allowed. So, and they had the run success. Let's see. I mean, the Rams defense was solid, but I don't see the Rams defense being spectacular this year either. I mean, it's a solid defense. It's nothing that I look at them and say, we have to go out and get this guy because he's going to be the next genius.
Well, I definitely wanted someone with experience anyway. I was just saying.
Oh, no, you brought up Shula.
No. I'm just saying. I know a lot of Giants fans like to talk about Shula. I also I don't think Shula is bad, but I just don't want to hire a coordinator who, we thought Brian Daboll was a really good offensive coordinator with the Bills. I know you might not have.
I didn't.
But a lot of people did, and that's why when the hire happened, they liked it.
Yeah, because all Josh Allen did was get better and win an MVP when he left.
I just don't think you can keep going into that cycle. You got to find someone who has experience. I personally like Gruden. I know you said you don't want Gruden because he doesn't have he needs like a veteran team, right? You said.
I'm probably one of the only Giant content creators that has any idea about John Gruden. So I've been in the building. I was in the building with him for 2 years.
Oh yeah, you're right. You were with him. I actually don't remember. I remember you saying that.
Even though we went 7-10 and 6-11, but we won't. I mean 6-10. We won't talk about that. We won't talk about the fact that I got let go. We won't mention that. I wasn't fired by John Gruden, but I'm not going to talk about the fucking assholes.
You like John Gruden though, right? Like overall,
I like John Gruden. I like John Gruden. To me, was this guy that was bigger than life, and I did not get to spend an extended period of time with John Gruden because I did other things. But when I did get to spend time with Mr. Gruden or Coach Gruden, it was for him to yell at me for like 4 hours. But as
I know what the Giants need, honestly,
being able to take a step back and literally kind of watch from the outside his coaching philosophy in Tampa. It was a veteran-ready team. He didn't have to build anything. It was a veteran-ready team that was already on the precipice with Tony Dungy of being a Super Bowl team. But Gruden was the guy that was the right guy to come in on that veteran team to push them over the edge to get to where they needed to be, and that's for that one season. And he had the right mentality, and he knew how to motivate that team because they were a young team. Not a young team, I should say a veteran ready team. And if you take a look at the history of John Gruden, this is what I don't think people get. He was 12-4 that first season that he came in and won the Super Bowl. Then I came in 2003 and 2004. They go 7-9 and 5-11.
Oh, you fucked it up.
I know it's my fault. I leave. They go 11 and 5.
Oh, it was you.
Yeah, you were the problem.
But then, wait, I can tell you what happened when I left Miami. But then, as Gruden does, he kind of loses the locker room. They went 12-4, 2-9-7 seasons in a row, then 12-4 and 7-9. Then he got fired. I'm for his phrase that he went 9-7, 9-7 twice, and they basically they parted ways. He went to a rebuilding process in Oakland. They went 4-12, 7-9, 8-8, and 3-2. And we know the situation with the 3-2. But he never really put together this solidified team. And everyone will tell you about the injury to Carr and this and that caused that. Well, injuries happen in the NFL, Buttercup.
Especially if Dart's going to be your quarterback.
Right. If Dart's going to be your guy. And I think at 58 years old, or no, he's not 58 now. He's 60
something.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you got to be older than 58.
It is the curse of Tim. At 60 something years old, I don't think that he is that guy to come in and build a franchise from the ground up. I don't.
I do have one correction.
What's the one correction?
This is just back to Sean McVay real quick. Matt LaFleur actually operated as his OC in 2017 for a season. So it wasn't long. It was just a season.
How long? And then what happened to both of them?
Well, then he went to McVay obviously coached the Rams all this time, and then he went to Green Bay.
Well, no, LaFleur's last season wasn't he the offense coordinator for the Tennessee Titans?
That's what I thought when you mentioned it, but he actually had one more year where he was in 2017 where he operated as McVay's OC.
Oh, so that definitely means he's on the coaching tree.
No, I mean, technically.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Rams in 2017. He was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans in 2018. Then he went to the Green Bay Packers in 2019.
Yeah, he went to the Packers in 19.
Yeah, so after a season as the offensive coordinator of the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, so he was the Titans OC in 2018.
He would be under Mike Vrabel's tree.
Okay, technically, we're playing.
That was the last year the Titans were good.
That was the last year the Titans was good. So yes, technically you'd be under. No.
Matt LaFleur was, I guess, he was the OC for the Rams, then the Titans, and before that, I think it was when he was with Washington. He was on the offensive coaching staff, not the offensive coordinator, but he was a coach there. But they also had this one's a bad one, but he had Brandon Staley come off of his coaching tree as well. The former Chargers coach who cost his team a playoff spot and blew
that guy's worse. That guy's one of the worst coaches I've seen in the last 20 years.
No, he's awful. He's awful.
Do you guys want to laugh though about something?
What?
So my tenure parts of the time at the Miami Dolphins, which was a very short tenure. The first season before I got there were 9 and watch this. You guys are gonna love this. It was me. I'm really figuring this out right now. It was me. The first season before I got there, they were 9-7, and then in 2006 and 2007 they were 6-10 and 11-5, and then I got fired again, and they went 1-15. Then I got fired again. They went 11-5.
I was gonna say 11-5. That was good. No, you had it the other way. 1-15.
Then I got fired, and then they went 11-5 the next year. Oh my God!
Well, that's not good.
I think it was the problem was they should have just gave you full control of the team because I mean everything you say with the Giants goes right. So
they should have, and Bill Parcells was there.
But really?
Yeah.
But I think the bottom line for me is I want to coach with experience. So now thinking about it, based off of everything I'm saying, Mike McCarthy makes the most sense for what I want to see moving forward.
You want to win.
I want a guy who can consistently win, like Tom Thibodeau did with the Knicks, and then you go from there. He can be your Tom Thibodeau. I think that's the best comparison I can give.
What you're saying is we're going to hire Mike Brown next.
Maybe we're going to hire Mike McDaniel next.
James, you have this look.
I was thinking something. I didn't want it. I was trying not to say something.
James has the angry black man look. And I'm like, there's a teenager here, man. Come on. Be nice. I
don't know why. Blackbird, you can't talk. Your boy Indiana Jones went down yesterday. The boulder caught up to him in the temple. It's over. It's over.
He ran into the Temple of Doom.
And we don't wish for injuries here. We don't.
It was his other leg too.
I know. It was actually, I felt bad because he knew, you knew the non-contact one's always the worst.
Yeah.
That was, I felt bad for him too.
Yeah.
And he stole over $100 million from the Giants and stole some.
Yeah, I don't know. What's he going to do while he's recovering with all that money around?
What's he going to do? I mean,
you think the Colts pay him?
No, I don't think the Colts were going to pay him even after the Colts got.
I mean, he had a better shot actually playing through and actually, in a playoff game. But now, I mean, honestly, if they were to pay him, I would think they know less about quarterbacks than the Browns.
But the problem is, as soon as the team, the Indianapolis Colts, ran up against NFL competition, and that NFL competition limited Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones fell like a stone.
Yeah,
he was 5-1.
Yeah. I mean, he was. I mean,
I was 5-1.
Yeah, I mean,
people here were losing their minds. They were like, "We should have kept him." You see, damn. Look how good he's doing. Oh,
yeah, he's still Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Oh,
as soon as John goes down, that's it. Blackbird says he carried the whole offense, and I love it because it reminded me of Saquon Barkley when he was here with Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley would run the ball 497 times and rush for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Daniel Jones would go 11 for 20 for 107 yards, and Giant fans would be like, he had an MVP game.
And it's similar.
Like, who did? They're like, Daniel Jones. They're like,
yeah, no, they both started both seasons. You start off 5-1 or whatever. I think the Giants were even up to like 6 and 7-1, but then they fall off. I mean, Jones started.
Wait a minute, shut up, Blackbird. What do you mean I ranked fucking 4th?
I say he messed up. All you had to do was cut that sentence, Blackbird.
What are the other? What are the other channels above me? What are the other 3? And if you say Chode Sports.
Say Ryan's Big Blue Podcast.
I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Ryan's Big Blue Podcast.
Nobody watches that shit.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, you went MIA, brother.
You disappeared.
Yeah, no.
I can't front, brother. Your boy.
And you're like, I'm not doing this show anymore because he might suck.
No,
you disappeared. I was like, well, where'd he go? Where'd who go?
Wait a minute. Now Blackbird is saying, no, come on, Blackbird. We're full of honesty in this channel. So you have to. He
went like this. He went like that. I said to Hollywood, where'd he go? Hollywood said, where'd who go?
That's right with his co-host. I went like this. Daniel, where'd Daniel go? Where'd who go?
Other guy. You got rid of other guy already.
Yeah. Also, Blackbird said not Chode Sports. So. But no, yeah, Dan.
Come on, Blackbird. But who are the other channels? Who are we're inquiring minds because I have to know how I have to.
I would say Blackbird. He's not going to let this go. You shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said it. You shouldn't. I'm not going to let it go now. So who are the other 3? Because I have to know who I have to be better than.
Dan's a wrestling coach anyway, so he's got to get back to that. He can't. He doesn't have time really.
No, he could find time to suck.
I would say he can find time. Don't do that. He could make time. His team's not that good.
You can try.
I was telling him like you probably don't have much time for this. So.
Oh, you gave him the white man. You good job, Ryan. You gave him the. Hey man, you got a lot of responsibility. There's a lot on your shoulder. Let me take some burden off you by firing you.
I guess.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well,
the people are still the 56 to 60 something people still hit the like button.
I think I might make a Mike McCarthy video tomorrow and then
make him. Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to a lot of channels, but you said there were 3. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Big Ward, the genius, Nino Brown, Free Agent Lifestyle.
Cam Ward.
Big Ward.
Yeah.
Big Ward, the genius.
I have no idea any of those channels.
Nino Brown.
Nino Brown. Okay. Well, those and Free Agent Lifestyle.
Big Ward the Genius is the same channel. Okay, all right.
I want to say I might know the Nino Brown channel.
What's the Nino Brown channel?
No comment.
It's a black thing. It's a black thing. It's okay. You can tell me. You can tell me if it's a black thing.
I'm looking.
Well, you know already you have a card, but we have Ryan here, so he does. You know, Ryan, I'm getting your card ready, but you disappeared. You can't disappear.
Oh my God! The best thing yesterday was I meant to tell you this over the phone, James. Knicks. I'm at MSG and we're leaving the game. We're leaving the Garden, and we're walking down the street. We're walking over to Macy's and we're going to do some shopping. And I'm talking to all these people on the street. We stopped at Liberty Bagel. I got myself a coffee. So we're talking to all these people on the street, and all these people are coming up and going, "Hey, who won the game?" and this and that. And so we're just chatting. And then I'm in Macy's, and the first 3 people I see are like, "Hey, who won the game?" We're talking about the game. And I'm walking to where we were going. And my wife's just is smiling at me. And I told her, I said, "Don't fucking say it." And she goes, "Did you notice?"
I love when women do it.
Did you notice that everyone that stopped you happened to look similar? And being the racist that I'm not, I'm like, "No, I did not know." She goes, "Well, I'm gonna let you know. Does everyone talk to you?" And I don't understand it because there's not like a ton of people in New York wearing, Knick gear, but everyone that stopped you happened to be black. Well, I was like, "No, see, I'm not a racist, so I didn't notice that." And then I thought to myself, well, actually, I did notice that. That's why I told her, "Don't say it," because I know where you were going to go with that. So I know where you were going with that.
But did you got to tell her, well, maybe they looked at me, then looked to the side, saw you, looked back at me, looked back at you, looked back at me and said, "Oh, yeah."
She got mad. She kept walking. So I'm still talking to all these people and she's walking away.
That's funny.
She was getting her shopping done no matter what.
I was going to say, she's got shopping to do. Macy's is close.
Plane to cat. No, it was the next game started at 12.
So
we were out by 2:30. So I was at my coffee and by 3:00, and I was happy. I was having one of those days. There was another question I wanted to ask here because there was another head coach I saw here. I did curse 2 franchises. I never thought of it that way.
Hey, what do you guys think about dark horse candidate, the defensive coordinator from Indiana that just beat my Buckeyes?
Indiana. Okay, I thought
from Indiana. They have one of the top defenses in the entire country this year. They just stopped my team. Looked pretty good.
I don't know who he is. Who is he?
Yeah. I don't know who he is either. That's why I brought him up. I don't hear nobody.
Joe Schoen sitting there going, "Well, I should fucking hire him."
I was sitting there watching the game going, "Well, this guy's pretty good."
This guy, I don't know who he is.
I thought you were talking about Joe Schoen's most likely move if he stays GM. Lou Anarumo, the DC of the Colts right now.
Tell us about Lou.
Well, he's staying the GM, probably. Well, I hate to say it.
I don't know. I think so too. But I've been leaning. That press conference, he really looked, like just defeated.
I think that is a great point, and I think OGR brought it up within the first hour. That I said that Joe Schoen would potentially get fired if he had a Joe Judge moment. Joe Judge got himself fired.
Yes,
Judge with his own stupidity got himself fired, and I said to OGR, I said, "Well, you have to have a Joe Judge moment." And OGR was like, "Well, did you not see the press conference?"
Yeah,
he's like, "That wasn't a Joe Judge moment." And I thought to myself, "Well, damn, he's fucking right," because I understand the question. But I was still very confused. But no, he's right. That was a Joe Judge moment.
It was.
And he still has a job. Brian Cox doesn't have a job.
I was going to say, we're running out of poor coaches to fire. I was like, we drug poor Brian Cox off the bench to fire him. Damn.
The assistant defensive line coach.
We had to figure out, we got to fire somebody. Oh, let's get rid of Brian Cox.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
And they didn't even.
But-
They tried not telling anybody about it. They didn't announce it or anything. Someone just noticed that he was off the website, the Giants website, the coaching staff website.
He's just out the picture. He's out the team picture.
They took
It's
him
like, what's
out.
that white spot? Who used to be there?
You know, they took him out. Someone was stalking that page or whatever, and then reporters started to see it and were like, "Oh!" And then they got information and found out.
Oh my God!
I was gonna put this question up, but I think it's racist, even though I thought the same thing.
I mean, Ryan, you just said they fired him and they didn't even announce it. Nobody even knew he was going.
I was gonna.
They took him off.
I literally thought the same thing for a second. But I
saying.
I understand the question.
But yeah, so Lou Anarumo, he was a guy. The Giants interviewed him like a few times in the past.
Didn't we? I think we interviewed him twice, didn't we?
They interviewed him when they hired Shermer, and they interviewed him when they hired Dable.
And he was our wasn't he our defensive
linebackers coach or something?
No, he was a defensive back coach.
DB coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for like a season though.
Yeah, and it was with was it with McAdoo? I think it was with McAdoo.
I don't know. I think it was either 18 or 19. I don't remember.
Yeah. So McAdoo was Shermer. But yeah, and I don't. He had a good defense with, and he got he helped the Bengals on that playoff run, but and then his defense fell off. He didn't really have any pieces on the defense these past few years. Now it's good again with the Colts, but I don't know. I just don't like hiring a guy like that. I feel like it's like I said, give me a guy with head coaching experience, no matter what.
We need a guy. That's why I said if we're going to go with McCarthy, you need to hire a strong defensive coordinator, because you got to remember we have a possible malcontent situation brewing here. And I do think McCarthy is I'll call him the great stabilizer, but I don't see McCarthy jumping in Carter's face talking about, take that chain off, boy.
Yeah.
This is the pros.
I mean, would Saleh do that though? That's what I'm thinking about. Like,
Saleh, yeah. Have you seen Saleh? Have you seen him kind of like
Rodgers,
get into it with other coaches? Like, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, no, that's fair, and that's why I think something would have to happen with Saleh and the Niners for him to come here. But I don't. I agree with I think we need guys who are going to discipline our players, and Carter.
Yeah, we need that, and it's a dream situation.
Yeah, and it happening twice. He should have been benched.
I'm just more interested right now in did LeBron James just hint his marriage is on the rocks? I'm watching Free Agent Lifestyle right now.
Oh my!
You're watching the show that Blackbird.
I'm trying to see it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
If it's because of Rihanna, that's an old story.
No, this was 2 months ago. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, no, but this is 2 months ago.
Look at you. We're getting LeBron James infidelity tabloid updates here.
Hold on, I gotta go to the Nino.
That's why he won't retire. He doesn't want to go home.
I gotta go to the Nino Brown channel.
Mr.
The Nino Brown channel now. Hey, Nino Brown Sports. Maybe that's it. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, there's a Nino Brown Sports. Okay. I'm starting to see a pattern here with these channels.
I wonder what it is. Because you're part of the pattern.
I'm part of it.
Don't forget your number. So you're part of the pattern.
I love the kids' song. One thing looks different from the other. And now I can see why I'm third or fourth. I was the fourth on the list. Carter said he's good at everything he does.
I gotta get going now, but
Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry. I was watching TV.
But yeah, so we're back.
Thursday.
Thursday, you're coming on.
Thursday,
preview the Washington game. We'll talk about Mendoza because I'm gonna watch some of his film. And yeah, we're back. We're here to stay. Not as busy anymore. I'm done with broadcasting for school until baseball. Some basketball too here and there, but not as much as football. So we're back. Episodes 2 to 3 times a week. Go to Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. That's my final words. Almost 300 times.
He's back.
Ryan's back.
I understand all the questions. And McLovin's back for Jay Ferries.
McLovin's back. All right, Ryan. I will see you Thursday. Make sure
let's do it.
Let's get that on. That's Ryan from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. Make sure everyone goes and subscribes to the Young Ryan Show.
He fired the other guy. I didn't even get a chance to see the other guy. Damn it.
He's so fired. The other guy, it's not even funny.
I love that. He did the dice guy. He said, "Listen, you got a lot of responsibility.
You got a lot of
It's
responsibility.
okay.
I get it, man.
Go
You got
home.
a kid.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Take care of the dog and the cat and the goldfish."
Nino Brown has another channel too. Oh, okay. Hold on. I have to look. I'm working, Blackbird. I have to look these up later. But I love it though because Ryan texted me. So so Carl Banks is not coming on again. I think Carl's going to try to get Carl on one more time. He was on twice now.
I was gonna say Carl came on and then came back. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
He went to the De La Soul concert the other day, Carl Banks, and he posted a picture of him wearing the De La Soul sweater. And I looked at this wearing the sweater, and I'm like, your wife had to pick that out. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Your wife had to pick that one out. But no, we might have Carl back. I mean, we may invite Carl back one more time before February. We'll see. We'll see what his schedule is because he's
De La Soul album is really good, by the way.
The new one?
Yes, for all you hip hop fans, really good, really good.
So I'm gonna have to look at that. I was waiting on the Dart video. Okay, all right. I was gonna ask you a question. Oh no, but it was funny though. I was telling you about Ryan firing the guy that he didn't fire.
Oh yeah, tell me about that shit.
He texted me, Ryan, and he was like, "Oh, my new channel is this, and could you go watch it?" So I went, and I don't really watch YouTube videos except outside of Nino Brown and the Lifestyle channel. So those are all the videos that I watch. But I watched the first video. I watched like the first 4 minutes of one of the videos, and I texted him back, and I said, "Good that you're back. Fire the other guy." That's all I texted him. And then he's like, "Well, I'm like, nope." He's like, "I like having a coat." I'm like, "Nope." Said he's got to go. I said he's. Then he goes, "Well, you have to watch this other video." So I watched part of that video. I said, "Nope." Said he needs to be fired. I said, "You just let him go." So, and I thought it was the wife thought I was rude. That I shouldn't have just said, you should just fire somebody. But
well, that's because it's the holiday time. That's why she said that.
Well, according to Ryan, he's busy. He's got a goldfish. He's got wrestling.
Listen, goldfish is a lot of maintenance. Like you gotta feed it. You gotta clean the bowl. You gotta feed it. You gotta clean the bowl.
Yeah. Wait, with goldfish, you have to feed them.
Yeah, they eat. They do eat the flakes, the little flakes.
Then you're gonna have to clean the bowl.
Then you're gonna have to go buy more flake food.
Damn, that's a lot of work.
That's a lot. That's why he couldn't do the show. Sorry.
I'm glad that he's gone. Let's talk Giant football for a minute, though, because you and I were having a conversation about Abdul Carter. And can we just be honest about the sack for all the people that are still watching, the 80 plus people that are still watching? Can we be
the tackle sack?
Everyone is still saying, James, because someone else was DMing me that was a sack. Could you explain? I mean, in your opinion, I thought he had the first down, but somehow, even though I thought he had a first down, it was a sack. Explain it to me.
Well, I'm gonna do my best, but it's kind of like I tell you, like with my boy who just walked in with traveling in the NBA. I don't know what traveling is in the NBA anymore. So I guess I don't know what a sack is because if we watch the play, I think it was like a 3rd and 1, it was short, and Carter, May steps up. He steps up in the pocket. He's about to run. Carter comes like from the side or behind, tackles him to the ground.
Yeah.
But May kind of falls forward with the tackle. And then the announcer's like, "Oh, you tackled the sack for no loss." So he sacked him, but it wasn't for a loss.
Point right there.
And it appeared that he still had the first down, like you said. So
if you look at the official statistic, and I looked this up because it was bugging me. He had a sack for 0 yards because usually they give you yards lost. So I didn't understand. So I'm still trying to figure out he had a sack for 0 yards. Because I thought if you got to Blackbird's point, I thought if you got back to the line of scrimmage, that was not a sack.
Well, that's again, it's like traveling in the NBA. That's what I thought. And if just biggest simple is don't complicate Jello, kids. Just telling kids I work with all the time.
We complicate
A sack, like Blackbird just said, a sack usually has to follow by a loss of yardage, downs, the fumble, something.
But
It was just a tackle.
To hear right here, if you get back to the line of scrimmage, it's a tackle. That's what I thought. That's what.
By the way, I said this to Tim on the phone. Kayvon Thibodeau actually had a better rookie season than Abdul Carter.
He had 5.
Go check those stats.
And
I think he had a couple fumble recoveries.
Yeah. And he missed a bunch of games early on after he had the injury during that preseason game.
That's a good point. I think he even is that the game against Washington where he had the strip sack touchdown, or was that the second year?
No,
that was his first year.
Yeah, it was his first year.
So again, so he even as much grief as I give Ghostman, he had a play that stood out. He had a game where he that Washington game he stood out. Carter again, there's a couple games left, but you're the number 3 pick. You're the guy that wanted to be Lawrence Taylor, and right now you're having a worse rookie season than Ghostman. And Ghostman missed 2 games in that season.
He did. We have 25 subscribers now for Knicks Unleashed.
Oh, well, I just subscribed because I was late. Sorry. I thought I was already subscribed. I don't know why.
No, this is I had to move everything off the Giant channel because I'm going to burn down the Giant channel to the ground. So I had to.
I have my boy subscribed too. So you'll have 26 in about 10 minutes.
26 in 4 hours. That's not terrible considering I just promoted it a few minutes ago. I forgot. Oh, all right, James. I'm going to go have dinner. And I already got fucked on the shorts because it's 2 hours and 2 minutes. So now I'm gonna have to work.
Well, it's all right. I'm about to talk with my boy. He just walked in, and we're gonna have a little session and talk about Giannis. Shout out.
Listen, if you see, but here's the thing with Giannis. You trade for Giannis, so that means you're getting rid of Cat, which you don't care about. But you're going to have to part ways just to make it work salary-wise with either OG Anunoby or Bridges, and you're going to have to take back Kyle Kuzma. Which I
did see that. We'd have to take back the Kuz, man.
Yeah, because you're going to have to match salaries. But then you're going to have to swap first-round picks. That why would Milwaukee agree to, first-round swaps when Milwaukee is probably, once you trade Giannis, going to be worse than they were before. So wouldn't their picks be worth more than the Knicks picks?
The only thing I could say is what you said earlier is, and I'm going to, and I was looking at it when we were on the phone, that Giannis is starting to be, and my boy said it too, become a little more vocal about that he wants the Knicks. It's the Knicks.
He came out they came out today and said,
you said that he came out today or through his rep, whatever, and said that he wants to be on the Knicks. So
right.
Milwaukee has said that they would, as a favor to him, because he's been so great there. He brought them a chip. He's been a great, representative for them there, that they would do their best to assist him. They still got to help the team, obviously, but they would help him, allegedly. So we'll see.
The Milwaukee's 10-15 right now. And he's been out with the injury. Cat's out with the calf injury. And if you do it with Bridges, you can't do it till February because Bridges signed the extension. And so if you're going to do it now, you're going to have to get rid of OG. And I don't know, man. I can't see getting rid of both OG and Karl-Anthony Towns. And then I'm not sure 100% if, again, you're not going to go back to 2 ball dominant players in Brunson and Giannis.
The only difference is that as great as Brunson is, I'd rather have the ball in Giannis' hands, in certain moments than Brunson, because Giannis is going to draw defense. Even Brunson is great in the fourth quarter. He was amazing last year. He's been great. But if you watch a lot of those playoff games, they play him straight up. They're not really doubling him.
They did yesterday afternoon too.
Right. So a lot, when we played Detroit last year, they had the young kid on him. I can't remember his name, but a lot of teams, even Indiana, they play him straight up.
Yeah.
So as great as he is, he's not drawing double teams. He's not really creating mismatches.
They don't collapse on him as much in the perimeter as they used to do. They do come up after.
They don't collapse on him. And like you said on the phone earlier, last thing I said, Cat and Brunson don't exactly do roll and pick and roll. They don't really do that, which is weird.
No, the worst thing is my wife said that.
Yeah, right. The great Mrs. Ola. Yes. Great observation once again.
She's at the games, a couple of weeks back was like, they don't do that thing when they throw the ball out and he does the other thing. And the guy goes, I said, the pick and roll. Sure. Yeah. They don't do that very well together.
I thought Mike Brown would implement that. I thought it was going to be one of the main things he was going to do.
That's what I thought. That's why
we'll see.
We'll see. Will it be a mellow moment that we have one season if we go for Giannis? Lord only knows. And if you do want to know, go to New York Knicks Unleashed right now. Go to the podcast. The podcast has always been up, but go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like, set your notifications. James is going to go figure this out with his friend right now. They're going to sit down. They're going to have some brain juice, and they're going to roll up the magic smoker, and they're going to figure out exactly. And he's going to come back on and give us the Giannis trade.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
If you had to guess, what would be your percentage that it was going to happen before January?
Right now, I'm putting it at 35%.
So when do you think it'll happen?
I think because of what you said with the Bridges factor, the money wise, they got it. Everything has to align money wise.
Well, the OG contract and the Bridges contract will both align. So which one would you rather? Which one are you packaging with Cat to get Giannis? Bridges or OG?
If I can keep OG, I want to keep OG.
Okay.
Especially if I'm going to take like a guy like Kuzma back. Kuzma, you could beat fake Bridges. But I need OG's toughness, defense, and he's gotten more explosive, I believe, being here offensively.
Like, who does Giannis remind you more of in style of play? OG Anunoby or Bridges?
Probably OG.
Yeah, that's my only point. That's my only point.
Yeah.
They have now Giannis is on a different fucking planet than OG, even though we pay OG like he's on the same fucking planet. But they have very similar styles of play.
I will say I wouldn't mind keeping Bridges because Bridges does stay healthy. He's a rubber band man.
All he does is play.
So that OG does get hurt a lot, and when he gets hurt, he's hurt.
Yeah,
he don't go out for a couple games. He's gone for weeks. So
for 12, 13 games,
that motherfucker's gone
for a week. So I mean, Bridges just plays.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind keeping Bridges for that aspect, but I just think that this iteration of the Knicks team, you have a small window and you have to take advantage while you have the assets or the pieces. We have to.
All right, I agree. I don't disagree. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to get that perspective for tomorrow's podcast. So just throwing that out there. All right, guys, we are out of here. Blah, 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 believe. Not blah 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 blah. FanDuel, number one sports.
I said you need to make sure you do the FanDuel. FanDuel.
No, because I gotta chart that every time I fucking say it.
Oh, sorry.
Games now. I'm gonna have to go and go.
I'm sorry. I thought I was helping.
Now I'm gonna have to go 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 12 seconds. 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 14 seconds.
And you want me to text that to you when we get off the phone?
No, because I don't really fucking care.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. No, just make shit up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, everyone. That's the venerable James Williams. I'm Tim. We're out of here. Giants. Blah blah blah. FanDuel.
Pirates.
There we go. And you know what? He's freeze framing, and we're out of here. We're done.